Bitcoin, and like I can watch it at the simplest fucking form right now because literally when I bought it that day it dropped to like 94 cents and I was like, well, that sucks. And like 2 weeks later it was up to like $1.05. And I go, well, there you go, Bitcoin. You know, yeah, they're like fucking stormtroopers. They can't hit shit, and like even when they do, like, do these rockets even blow up? When bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Nice.
100%. That's the thing that makes me laugh about it, is there's somebody living the American dream.
Welcome to Amigos PC. If you were looking for a podcast with high standards and an appreciation for the finer things in life, like water polo, ballet, equestrian riding, cricket, and trips to the countryside, you're in the wrong place. If you're looking for a podcast that celebrates drinking, random thoughts, wacky conspiracies, memes, crypto, cinema, and a lot of other things that don't really make any sense, then you're in the right place. This is Amigos PC, and here are your hosts, Scott and Mark.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! You're hearing this for a reason. You haven't subscribed to the Amigos membership on Super Cash yet. For as little as $5, you can get access to our feed with no ads, and exclusive membership discounts and merch.
Jump up to our $30 tier and get everything plus direct access to us via our Discord channel, live Amigo AMAs, quarterly giveaways, and crypto merch. For $1 a day or less, you can support an Amigo out.
This episode is brought to you by Coastal Crypto. If you are in the market for ASIC mining or any type of mining in general, you have run out of power capacity and you are looking to continue expanding, we offer hosting at Coastal Crypto. So if you wanted to head over to coastalcryptomining.com, you can inquire within, and we can provide any additional rates and or details on the services for hosting any type of crypto mining equipment. We also do provide ASICs at a reseller basis. We also provide GPUs through a pre-order system, and we also provide electrical equipment for your ASIC mining needs. Again, that's coastalcryptomining.com. Please feel free to reach out to us. And the Amigos are back live again. Well, not live, recording with podcasts that we have been socializing with on the Twitter Spaces for ages now. We recently were on his podcast, waiting for that episode to drop. Jody B from the Po Boys podcast. How you doing, man?
I'm good. You were supposed to make a joke about how long it was going to take. That's what people usually do. So you're supposed to say, like, we're hoping to get that episode by Christmas or some shit like that. That's usually the jab. Hey, fellas.
No, we know how this show, how things go, man. So the more that you have in the can, the better. I was just happy and privileged to be on the show at all. It was just a lot of fun that we had, and we talked about a lot of different things. So I appreciate it.
No, both of you guys are great. I'm glad we finally got to chop it up. And I don't know, Mark, you got the social, I think.
Yeah.
We talked the most. I don't know if Mark told you, Scott, but after we had our chat about the crypto, I went out and bought myself a whole $1 worth of Bitcoin.
Nice. Look at that. See that we're influencing.
Yep.
Nice. I mean, no, influencing is a bad word, but that's awesome. I'm glad to see you in the space. What is your...
The better part was I opened a Cash App and fucking begged for $1, and then I took that $1, my first $1, and bought $1 worth of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it was like
a lot of zeros. Yeah, but one day that'll be worth something. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. More than $1 at least.
I tell you what's funny about it is to just be from the outside looking in like I am. Like, so I bought my $1 worth of Bitcoin, and like I can watch it at the simplest fucking form right now because literally when I bought it that day it dropped to like 94 cents, and I was like, well, that sucks. And like 2 weeks later it was up to like $1.05. And I go, well, there you go, Bitcoin. You know, that's been my experience thus far.
Needless to say, against your
That's
financial
what
advisor's
did she
advice.
say? Did she get crazy with you, or does she not know yet? Yeah, that's
I didn't tell her.
us.
That's
nice.
No,
We
that's
won't
our
tell
little
her.
secret. Listen, I've spent way more money on way dumber things, so I'll spend $1 just to say I got $1 worth.
Another
of
thing you
Bitcoin.
can
It's
do
funny.
too, which I don't know if we brought this up the last time, you can go to like Coinbase or Crypto.com and do their learning activities that they have, and you can get free crypto for just doing the things that they're having you learn about crypto. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You little credit.
So funny story about that. When we first started diving into Coinbase just launched that program, and I told Scott about it. Like, hey, you can go to Coinbase and you can earn some free crypto or whatever. He didn't do anything at the time, but then I got the free crypto. I think I probably got like $20 worth of free crypto.
Yeah.
Converted into things that I actually knew at the time, because these were all new cryptos that they were teaching you. Well, at least they were new for me at the time. And I flipped it into Ethereum and I started spot trading it. Like, I was just basically buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high. I ended up making like $150 just doing that.
Wow.
And then I pushed it over into a different program where me and Scott got rug pulled.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you so you just paid it like a couple bucks at a time, like just small gains until it added up.
Yep.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, because that was when Ethereum actually started pumping. Really, like, it went from like $40-$50 to like 600 almost overnight. So it was an easy transition to, okay, well, it's low today. Let's let's buy in. It's high today. Let's sell. Wait. I just kept doing that. I don't have the patience to do that anymore.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, you literally would have had to sit there and just watch it, correct? Just a couple periodically throughout the day, check it out and just see where you're at, and then dump it and pump it.
Yeah, basically do what traders do daily. I don't have the patience to do that because I've gotten 18 different things.
And the fun thing
going
about
on
crypto,
at one moment.
It's because
$150, the market doesn't close, so it's just 24 hours of.
You're looking at it just 24 hours a day.
Screen and buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Yeah,
sounds like drugs to me.
That's why everyone hates it or scared of it.
And look, you just got $1 worth of dopamine.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty good. It's the best dollar hit I've gotten in a while.
Well, for our listeners, Jody B, why don't you give us a little bit of insight on your podcast and about you?
Okay, I have been doing the Po Boys podcast for 5 years. I don't have the episodes to back that up, but I'm a podcast whore. So if you Google search my name and podcasts, lots of stuff's going to come up. I don't know. I like podcasting. I've talked to cool people on the internet, such as yourselves, typically strangers, people that I meet through Twitter, and sometimes I've had little to no conversation with my guests, and we just kind of chop it up, and usually about 40 minutes into it is when I crack them and we start getting into the fun stuff. So if you like listening to my voice, which take it or leave it, I talk to all kinds of crazy people I've met on the internet, and it could be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
including us.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I grew up in a trailer park. I live in Arkansas. I don't live in a trailer park anymore. Just for the first quarter of my life, that's what
Double wide?
doing. I'm into terrible,
single
dirty.
wide?
No.
Wide.
Yeah,
nice.
Single wide trailer in a park, and then we moved that trailer to the woods. Like I've lived the humble Arkansas life here, and I am an expert in all things grimy and dirty and disgusting, and that's typically what my show encompasses.
This entire time, dude, I thought you lived in Louisiana for some reason.
It's the name I think is a little maybe confusing because it's Po Boys like the sandwich, but I'm Po, I'm poor, Po Boys podcast. It's my show, so that's I just don't explain that. Most people just get it. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, your accent too, though, man. Because I've been to Louisiana, like, visiting. It's been well over a decade since the last time I actually did that.
Yeah.
But you sound like people that are from there.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I really like the culture. In fact, happy Fat Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras today, fellas. I don't know if that's going to time date.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I really like the culture, and early on in the show, I would open with this particular cat that was from New Orleans, and he was a piano player guy named Dr. John. Like, I'd maybe lean into that a little in the beginning, but I didn't want people calling me a fraud. I don't want to get canceled for not being a true blue fucking coon ass or whatever. So, yeah, I fucking, you know, I kind of cut most of that shit. Plus, the guy died. I felt like maybe switch up the song after, you know. So,
give your respects.
Yeah, like retired the jersey kind of thing. When he died, I was just like, okay, we'll cut this one out and switch to something else. And go.
Yeah, we all froze. We froze.
Oh, yeah. I know.
So what else has been going on since the last time we talked?
No, that's
anything new? You did?
I already said off the
we'll
air,
bring it back
Scott.
so everyone else
That's
can
okay.
hear.
Yeah, not much, man. I guess they're fighting over in fucking Russia, huh? Or Ukraine or whatever. That seems to be the topic of the day, right?
Yeah, we asked this off the air, but like, are you on a side?
I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight, if that's what you're asking. I'm on Ukraine's side. I would bet on them if I was. I used to do some fight betting in my spare time on BetDSI for the free money.
Wait a minute, is that real?
If I was a betting man, I'd be putting.
Is that real? You can actually bet on the wars? That's hilarious. Oh.
No, I'm just being hypothetical. But I'm saying it's as good a thing as any, and I like an underdog fight. And I tell you what, I know a few people that know a few things, and from all indications, what they've said has happened for the most part thus far, and it was basically that Ukraine is not, you know, Afghanistan or fucking Uzbekistan or some shit. Like, they have guns and they have tanks and they're fully equipped to fucking lay down an ass whooping real proper. And unfortunately, Putin has not really been in a conflict. It's like he's been practicing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been practicing for 25 years, but he hadn't played a game in a very long time. And like, Ukraine is ready to rock and roll. Like, they got all stars. They got fucking Klitschko walking around with an AK-47 through the streets of fucking Kiev. And he's just like,
dude, let me ask you about him, right? So I'm sympathetic to the situation, I guess, for the most part. Like, I get it. You know, they're trying to keep their independence, and then you got somebody just, you know, scorned because he lost his ex-girlfriend, trying to come in and take his ex-girlfriend back or some shit.
Well, he's on some bully shit. That's all. He's on some bully shit, and the problem is these motherfuckers have nothing else to lose, and they're not leaving. So go in there as hard as you want, dude, but they're just going to keep roasting motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. They're gonna go. They're basically gonna be American about it, right? They're not leaving or going without a fight. Like, basically, if someone were to invade America, you get a bunch of homeboys ready to roll, and they ain't going until they're corpse or we won. Basically,
Scott, could you imagine if like a gang of Russians rolled a submarine up onto the banks of fucking Texas or fucking North Carolina? It would just be gangsters and rednecks on the fucking banks of the river.
That's how we unite.
Guns
we need something like that to happen so we can all unite. They'll bring the country together.
Please.
Yeah.
Bring that shit to the front door, guy. Bring it on over.
Bring us together. What I was gonna say though, do you feel like they're like the president of Ukraine, like they're basically making him like not a martyr because he hasn't passed away, obviously, but like they're putting me on this pedestal, right? Like, oh, he's got this vicious background. You know, his parents are Holocaust survivors. He's basically a victim of exactly what's happening to him now, and he's, you know, standing, making a fight. Like, do you think like they're over dramatizing that?
I don't think they're over dramatizing him so much. I have heard about the ghost of Kiev, and that dude sounds like a pretty bad motherfucker.
You
heard about that shit?
No, I haven't heard about that. No, I have not heard that. What's that?
So I don't want to speak out of turn because I'm not fully educated, but I believe the ghost of Kiev, who I've heard in the news recently, is a retired, like, special forces fucking fighter pilot guy. And ever since Russia's been popping shit, like flying helicopters over and fucking doing recon and all that shit, he's just been smoking them. Like, fucking flying his own personal jet around and just shooting them out of the fucking sky like it ain't shit.
Wow.
From what I understand, he's got a count right now, and he's just dropping fucking Russian planes left and right.
That's pretty cool.
No way. I have seen videos of planes getting shot down.
They're not playing. I mean, they're blowing up tanks. They're like, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you haven't been in a like America gets into a conflict about every 20 or 30 years,
Maybe
and it
10
breeds
years.
a certain brand of fucking musclehead fucking soldier dudes who, you know, they work their way into society, and most of them are good people. But the fact of the matter is, Russia hasn't fought with anybody like that in a long time. So they said there's just bandwagon, just, you know, convoys of these fucking Russian children basically driving down the road, and these dudes are just guerrilla warfare and blowing shit up. There was one I heard they offered the Russian kid a ride back to Russia. They were like, "Hey, we killed all these other guys. You want to ride back? Tell your friends.
Wow.
Don't fucking come back here." Like,
Wow.
they're not playing.
Do you think
Is the
Putin's
difference.
biggest downfall was the fact that he didn't do it in the winter, where they'd probably do better? Or is Ukraine can
Or
fight
some-
just as good in the winter?
If he would have done it 10, 15 years ago, maybe. Like, that's his problem. It's timing, dude. Like, we got guns. Everybody can get guns
That's
and bombs
true.
now. It's not a fucking thing. And if you think these
No.
dirt fucking countries where they don't have money can come up with fucking missiles, you don't think that
Yeah,
Ukraine...
they have.
They've been around since I've been
true.
alive.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not a fucking... I'm 35. So they've had 35 years to get an arsenal's worth of shit in case somebody decided to pull this shit.
From us.
But
By
the
the
thing
way,
about
from
too,
us.
what I like about their leader, the Ukraine guy, is he is out there actually, or at least doing awesome photo shoots. That he's out there in the mix of the war, right? I mean, at least you wouldn't see any president out there doing that, as far as Putin or our own
No.
out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Any of the past
No,
5,
no.
at least, you would not
Probably
see
further than
out
that.
there.
I mean,
U.S. presidents.
it's been. I think it's further than that. Yeah,
It's gangster.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. It's. I'm from here
Yeah.
and I'm not leaving. That's some cold shit. He's like you said. I don't know about martyr. Like if they kill him, then yeah, it'll be a real fucking problem. But I do believe like they're using him as like the face. He's Hulk Hogan in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? It's Ukraine mania over there, dude, and he's fucking doing all of his shit. He's like, "Come on, brother," like that kind of shit.
he is. He's
Yeah.
the Ukraine.
I
I
Hulk
love
Hogan.
that. That's fucking awesome.
That should be the name of the episode.
We were talking about the NWO earlier.
I guess
with
that's when the
him,
Hulk
right?
goes bad,
Off
though,
mic.
right?
Oh,
So, yeah,
we were
yeah,
talking
well,
about that. Yeah.
I think he was more of a badass on NWO than he was in his heydays, right? Who would be his lineup? Because you know, it's not just him, right? The president of Ukraine, it's him and his posse. So, who else is there, wrestler wise? We're matching up with the secretary and the admin and all that stuff.
Well, see, I don't really know a lot about his squad. It was funny when we were talking about it, just because I want to say it out loud. I said, wouldn't it be some ultimate heel turn shit if Donald Trump like showed up in Russia, like waving Russian flags, like fucking. Just it would be like when Sergeant Slaughter started fighting with fucking the Iron Sheik. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be the ultimate fucking heel turn. Trump goes over there and he's like, "I told you, we've been cool this whole time, and also fuck you, Joe Biden."
And Trump has, wrestling ties, so this even makes it more possible. You know what I mean? Like he's been at WWE. Yeah,
Somebody will write him a script.
WWEs or WWFs or whatever it's called these days.
I bet that pipe.
Trump has been in
Yes.
everything. Do you realize that?
Yeah, he's been around. Listen. I have no opinions. I don't want to get into a pissing match with anybody. I'm too
Agreed.
stupid to talk politics. We're just talking pop culture.
Agreed.
I used to
Yeah.
watch The Celebrity Apprentice. It was one of my
I
favorite
never
shows.
watched it.
And it was because of the way Donald Trump talked to people. It was one of my favorite things because he was a billionaire. He didn't give a shit. And he would talk to these other celebrity people like they were just regular fucking assholes and even like lower than him. And it used to crack me up because he didn't give a fuck, dude. He told Star Jones to shut her fucking mouth a couple times. And I said, "You hear this motherfucker just said to Star Jones?" Oh my God.
It's funny. He's doing this literally to. I can only imagine, like, once the camera went off, like, the animosity for, like, people like Gene Simmons. Like, you don't talk to me like that.
Sure.
I can see it.
Oh, like not Janet Jackson. Who's the other one? LaToya was on there once. Like, she got real upset because he was just like, "You suck and you're fired." It's great.
In music,
Did
it's
she make
awful.
music? I mean, I know she's a Jackson.
don't
I
know.
mean, that's why she was on the show, because she probably couldn't make music.
Sorry, Latoya. Sorry.
I bet she had like a backup
What'd you
track
say?
or something.
Sorry.
You know what I mean? Like a
Do you
duet
think so?
with
Like one of the brothers or sisters, like Janet.
Well, they
Of
all
course,
had to
Joe
be
made
in
sure
music,
of that,
right?
That they had to be, right? You get back on that harmonica.
Beat
Harmonica.
excellent.
Paddles.
Get
Now you're
back
gonna
on the
have to look it up.
harmonica, Tanya.
But he beat excellent into 2 of those kids. Excuse
That's
me.
true. Janet and Michael. The rest, I mean,
The rest of them
rest,
either
I
didn't
mean,
get it enough or too much.
I mean, the 5, right? The original 5 were musical, but they didn't make the final cut.
So she did have music in the 80s.
Latoya?
Yeah.
Does she have a poster? I bet you can find that on eBay.
Nighttime Lover, If You Feel the Funk, Sexual Feeling.
Feeling.
I mean, that had to be a cover.
Or am I thinking sexual
That's
healing?
1990. Hot Potato. Hot Potato.
Oh, that
Wow.
sounds like a bop.
Yeah. Bet
That
you're gonna
sounds
need
familiar.
my lovin'.
Is that Betcha or
Either
Bitcha?
way.
Betcha.
Oh, I thought you said like bitch. Bitch apostrophe, yeah. Bitch, you're gonna need
If
my
she,
love.
if she made this in the 2020s, yeah, for sure, that's
True.
what it would have been.
Sounds like a DMX song.
Oh, rest in peace.
Stay the night, can't. Oh,
Too soon,
R.I.P.
man.
Too soon,
DMX.
dude. Too soon.
Bitch, you gonna need my love.
Wow, that probably. I think that is one of his songs. You did that well. I think that is one of his songs. You did that well. DMX, man.
Shit. That's funny.
Can't
What?
Coochie Kaya?
That doesn't sound like.
What?
Can Coochie
I
kill?
don't think
Maybe.
that's real.
Get it up to your neck.
I think that'd be hilarious to have like a
K-A-I-A-I,
Latoya
dude. We're gonna
Jackson
get
poster
Latoya-
behind one of us as we did the podcast.
This is probably the only time Latoya
This
Jackson
much.
has ever been talked about.
Yeah,
on the
this
podcast.
much for sure.
At least this much airtime she got.
She is rolling
Shout
in
out
her grave
Latoya
right
Jackson. You want to be on my podcast?
She is rolling in her
She's not.
grave right now.
She's not dead, dude.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you're right. She's not. All right.
I was
Yeah,
like, wait
no,
a second,
she's
that
still
one didn't
around.
go.
Man, I gotta keep a list. I gotta
You
do a
did?
Deadpool this year.
Yeah,
you guys
we're
ever
kinda
play with
doing one this
Deadpools?
year.
Like people are
We're doing
gonna
like a-
die?
Yeah.
We're doing an
Yeah,
unofficial
actually, you know
one.
what's funny?
Like not like a legit one, but like we're doing one between like a group chat where we're like, yeah, one of those kind of things. Not
Like
kind
a top
yeah, like
five?
you know, we all picked kind of old people. No one really picked because you know, and like the real ones you can pick if they're younger,
Oh,
you
sure.
get more points, kind of thing. This one is we're just yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's in mine. I definitely wanted to find a couple that I just want to die. So I like wish
There you
death
go.
on a few
Yeah, that's the
people,
spirit.
and I think it's going to be
Yeah.
fun to see what happens.
There you go.
Haven't gotten any points yet, though. It kind of sucks.
You didn't have
Who'd
Bob
have thought?
Saget?
I didn't have Bob Saget. Somebody else had the amazing Jonathan.
Did he? When he
just
died?
died. Somebody else had Sidney Poitier. Dude,
I know.
He's been rough
Yeah,
like
he's-
the last couple of years. I think he had like a heart
He
attack.
had
or
like this
something.
weird condition.
Yeah. He died like 2
Wow,
days
I
ago.
didn't even hear the
3
news
days
about that.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
So when
hilarious.
2022 started, right?
Mhm.
Did you come into the year feeling like positive, like things are going to be different, like we're getting rid of COVID, things are just things are moving in the right direction,
I think so.
and then were you
yeah.
Did.
and then as things started to progress a little bit, a lot of celebrities started dying off, Betty White,
Yes.
things like that.
That was kind of the first strike. She didn't even make it to her birthday. That's how
Yeah.
I knew.
I know.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be bad.
Something's off. Did you think that World War III was going to come rolling through as like
As a
hey,
plan
guess
B?
what, February?
Yeah. Guess what, Black History Month? You don't get all the fucking coverage this month.
Yeah.
We're too busy talking about Russia.
Do you think that Putin waited till the end of the month just so they could get their time?
Probably. And after football was over,
He wanted to
like,
watch
he
the
waited
Super
till
Bowl.
after the Super
Makes
Bowl.
sense. It's a world event.
But before March Madness, he wanted to make sure
You
everybody
know, he
was paying
did wait
attention.
until after the Olympics, if you think about it, because he was at the Olympics.
Bro, I think this whole thing's planned now that you mentioned it. He waited till there was nothing on TV, and now I get to watch fucking
That's
missiles
true.
slamming
Oh
into
man, you think
buildings
it's just like a
and
CNN and a Fox kind of bot event? They're paying for the missiles. That sucks. Stupid news.
I think it's just because he's been in there. Like he's been president for most of my life that I can remember.
It's been like
Vladimir
25
Putin.
years.
And like he hasn't done anything. Like, he fucking, I'm sure there's been a few dinners where people got cyanided or whatever the fucking rumor is that he fucking, did shit like that. But I mean, he hasn't rolled on anybody since I've been alive. He hasn't shot one goddamn missile at anybody. It's always been like the threat, And, yeah, I don't know, dude. I think he's just kind of pulling his nuts out one last time. He's like 70. I think he's about ready to. I looked it up. He's 69.
He looks young.
Dang. So he's ready to kick the bucket, so he's trying to do something.
It's like his last hurrah. He's been in office for 30 years. He ain't done shit, other than just the name in the book. Like, he's not going to be
Russia
known for
is
anything.
Like a freezer, so that could be why he's so preserved well. Like he looks younger than 70.
You know what's funny is before all this happened, I was starting to think that with the increase of inflation and things like that. And again, we're not a political podcast or whatever, but
spent too much time.
just thinking outside of the box. Like, all this inflation, things are really starting to be at a standstill with not production, but just everything
shipping
in general when it comes to import, outport, all that. Yeah. Like, it almost seemed like we were starting another Cold War, right? Like, we're not product. We weren't around for the first Cold War or a Cold War in general.
Right.
But our parents lived through that, and at least mine would talk about how, the Cuba Missile Crisis was a thing when they were kids, and they were talking about it, whatever. And I feel like it was the same setup. And then Russia finally just said, fuck it, and pulled the trigger.
Yeah. Well, I've heard all kinds of shit about why and how and all, but the fact of the matter is they're doing it. Like, I didn't think I'd be alive to see this. I've only seen one other missile attack. That was back in 01, dude. Remember they started shooting tomahawks into Baghdad, dude? And they had all that fucking video footage of that shit on CNN.
It was in the 90s.
NBC, you could night vision. We were watching fucking missiles.
Or are you talking about after?
Right in the middle. Yeah.
2001. After 9/11.
That was after 9/11.
9/11.
I was thinking Desert Storm.
Because remember, we were supposed to go into Afghanistan, and then we went and fucked up Baghdad too. It was a whole thing. Anyway, but yeah, it's wild. We haven't seen this kind of shit in a long time. True. These kids, they don't know about that kind of stuff. I mean, they're probably desensitized because of the internet.
They're too busy TikToking and shit.
You know what's crazy is So what's crazy is I recently had to take a trip over to our mine.
Crypto stuff in Virginia.
The night that Putin decided to do this, the night that Putin decided to do this, it's all over the TV. I'm sitting at the airport waiting for my red eye to go, all the way across the United States, basically.
Yeah.
And get on the plane. One side has already happened. He's invaded. It's all over. The news is whatever. I get off the red eye the next morning in Charlotte, and on the TV they start showing this map of what he did, and I was shocked. I was like, holy shit. Not usually, there's no rhyme or rhythm to anything, but it was just crazy to me to hear, okay, he invaded, and it seemed like he was just invading on the west side of Ukraine, right?
Sure,
so it seemed like there was nothing going on. And this is literally less than 7 hours. I would say maybe 5 at most of getting onto a plane, sitting, waiting, getting off of, landing, sitting on the plane, waiting to get off, until you see another TV outlet. Because I'm a cheap ass, I don't buy the internet on the plane.
It's too expensive.
Sure.
All right, so
It's too expensive.
yeah, it is. It's way too expensive. I don't even understand the ballers that actually do that.
Starlink
Why
to
would
be up and going.
you can wait a couple hours. Yeah.
We gotta come
So I
back
get
around
off,
to that.
and then they show this map, and it just shows the entire map of Ukraine has had some damage somewhere.
Right.
And I'm like, the extent of this is insane, of how quick all of that just transpired.
I think that's what you're supposed to think too. I believe the media is definitely playing it up because it's been slow for them. They don't want to talk about Joe Biden. They don't want to talk about COVID anymore. This is the new thing to lay into.
Yep.
And I saw they were doing these missile launch things. It looked like Saturn missiles, on the 4th of July, when it's just that little box that shoots crayons out of it. It's
Yep.
That's what it was. It was a picture of that, just little rockets going off. And then they said the devastation. And they were 14 people were killed and this building got blown the fuck up. And I'm standing there going look like 40 or 50 rockets come out of that fucking thing, and they only killed 14 people. Like,
I know, it's like they have the stock video footage
Russia,
of this thing. I kept seeing that too. Like they just kept.
Yeah, well, I'm not rooting
filming that.
Right.
So Russia's scientists are
I'm not
horrible
rooting for
at their
Russia.
missile.
Yeah, they're like fucking stormtroopers. They can't hit shit, and like even when they do, like, do these rockets even blow up, or are they just shooting like bowling balls at people? Like,
I saw
what the
that
fuck,
too on
man?
Reddit, where there was a missile that landed. I mean, I'm sure that happens right when they landed in the street, and it was just a dud. So it didn't even
Sticking
blow
out
up.
the road.
Like, all right, didn't even blow up.
It says Acme
like,
on the side of the.
And that kind of
motherfucking
comes to your
thing.
point where they haven't really maybe warred in a while, and these are like some dud. And then they're just trying to get rid of inventory, so they're using all these missiles and shit that's just not.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get rid of the old stuff. All right, let's go.
Look, guys, we need to put the old.
Let's go
on
mess with
top.
Ukraine and get rid of our old
then
stuff,
the new on
so
the
we
bottom.
can.
Fellas, it's called FIFO. FIFO,
Yeah.
okay? First in, first out. How we do?
Read the expiration date, guys, before you're fired. Good stuff. So the other thing, the thing that I'm not digging, I know we're on the world events because that's not even us, but I don't care. How they can say this war is the reason for the inflation when this war just started is kind of, I'm kind of like,
That
I'm like,
meme is hilarious, by the way.
how does that happen?
Yeah, I don't
Exactly.
think that's how that works.
Yeah, me
I'm no
neither.
scientist. I'm also not a
It
doctor.
just started, so
but
now they're the reason why inflation
money
is bad.
person.
I don't. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, God damn it! Look what you did a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago has now caused the reason why the war is messing up our prices. Okay.
Hey, I don't have a lot of input on either one of those. Like I said, I'm not smart enough to
Me
know
neither.
shit from shit. I think the little pictures of Joe Biden stickers that they put on
Hilarious.
the gas pumps that
Hilarious.
say I did that and pointing at the high gas, it makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
laugh every time. I'm sorry.
No, that's hilarious. That's,
That's
hilarious.
funny.
No, that's hilarious.
And what makes
You
me
can put
laugh even...
anybody's-
That is true.
Go ahead, get yours in.
That is true.
Oh, I was like, well, it's funny. You put anybody's sticker there.
100
It still would be funny.
100%. That's the thing that makes me laugh about it is there's somebody living the American dream selling stickers of Joe Biden doing pictures
They are.
like this. You know, for $8 for a pack of 12 on the internet, man. That's the American dream.
And you know
Good
they're
job.
probably sold out. So, he can't keep up with demands because of inflation. See that? That's the whole reason why this war
There's
happened.
so many on the
See
gas
that?
pumps around
That's the whole
here.
reason.
There's so many around here that they're like scraping them off and they're putting multiple ones on. Like, it's gotten to the point some of my gas stations I go to, there's like 5 or 6 of them on there, like the remnants where they've scraped it off and somebody put a fucking another one
Or
on
it's
there.
so many layered up, layered.
That's a brilliant
layered
business
Biden. It's
plan.
now 2D.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
It's coming out of the pump. Yeah.
Little bobblehead dolls you can just dump to the top of the fucking gas pump. Hey, man.
I did that. It has a voice and everything, a push
Hunter.
button.
Jesus. I don't want to talk about politics.
I know. Why are we
anymore. What
talking
else
about
we
this?
got? Hey, did you guys know that?
Why are we talking about this?
Did you guys know that American Sign Language
Oh,
is not the
yes,
only
we
sign
learned this from
language?
you.
And there's sign language for other languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Thanks
for
for
roping it
bringing
back
that
to
in.
the fun. So,
I found this out.
No,
one day.
so I
me neither.
did not know that, and I don't understand why there is a separate. Isn't sign language a language?
It's English.
Is it?
Turns out.
So what you're saying? Yeah. So what you're saying is maybe there's different dialects of sign language.
No, what I'm saying is there's Asian Sign Language for Mandarin.
Wouldn't that just be who the
or-
interpreter
hold
is?
on, Mandarin or
Sorry.
Cantonese. That's pretty funny. Hey, can I tell you a dumb joke that
Yes,
somebody
go
told me
for
the
it.
other day?
Of course,
It just
that's what
made
the
me
show's
laugh 'cause
about.
It's dumb. The guy goes,
That's what the show's about.
"Hey, do you know how to count to 3 in Spanish?" And you go, "Yeah, 1, 2, 3."
Pretty good. I can't even do that. And I'm quarter Mexican, so I'm kind of offended, but I laugh more than I'm offended. I'm not offended.
Oh man, it made me laugh so fucking hard because I thought he was gonna do for real, and then he did 1, and it just did almost fell off the fucking couch.
Hilarious. All right, so back to your science
yeah.
of sign language.
Dude,
Back to
you
your
wanna-
science of sign language.
So one day I was talking
Okay.
about sign language. We saw one of the interpreter dudes like on the down in the corner of a television, whatever we were watching. And I go, "Man, isn't sign language crazy? You know, like you learn how to speak it." And I was talking to my wife, and I go, hey, wait, there's other language. Like, they're speaking English sign language. I said, surely there has to be sign language for other languages. Yeah. She was like, no, it's probably a universe. And I said, yeah, but like, if you don't speak English, then kind of this whole thing. And we looked it up and I said, yeah, there's lots of different forms of sign language. And it made me start thinking like, man, I bet Brazilian sign language would be fucking rough. I bet
it's just ass cheeks clapping.
German sign language would be pretty hard.
Salutes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know what German sign language is. There's only one universal sign.
Do you think Braille is different too? Do you think
Maybe
different
it would
bumps
have to
and
be,
whatnot?
because that's the thing, is it's all based
you know
on.
what I mean? Like, you think there's.
I believe that the sign language that most people see, like you and me or anybody else, is American Sign Language, ASL. I'm pretty sure that there are other forms of it, and I would love to see it like done. I haven't done enough research, but I should definitely look into that.
We're gonna have to have you back on after you do that research, because that's.
I'm gonna learn how to say like goodbye in Vietnamese sign language or something.
No, we're gonna. You need to learn like 3 different country things.
Go fuck your
There we
mother's
go.
tit. Wait, I'm short a finger on this hand, so I'm probably not gonna get all the words, but I could probably
Yeah, you
work
can
it out
figure
for
it
the
out.
most part.
Yeah, you can figure it out. I'm sure you got it.
How do you think subtitles would be for like someone's sign? Like, let's say you do like a program that's all in sign language, right? Like, how do you
God
think
damn it.
subtitles would be on TV for that?
You keep getting into my head about dumb questions that I've asked myself.
I know. It's, again, this is another reason. This is another
I don't
point
know
of
what-
our show.
No. Here we go. So, like, I was watching
Grey's Anatomy?
I was watching something with
Grey's
the
Anatomy?
the subtitles.
Great.
Subtitles were on, and the song "Nothing But a G"
Okay.
thing came on, right? So the whole intro, fucking, and then the music notes were just
Right.
2 little music notes, and it said "Song plays, nothing but a G thing." Song notes. And I go, "Oh, that's cool." And then I looked at my wife, and I go, "Wait a minute. If you're deaf, you've never heard nothing but a G thing, so you know what the fuck that sounds like." So it's like, what? Why would you even put that there? Like, they don't need to know music's playing. That's fucked up. Because then you'd have to go read nothing but a G thing lyrics, but you would never actually know what it sounds like. So why even bother putting it in there?
Well, don't you think that they feel like especially with R&B and hip hop, like they feel the bass?
Wow. Yeah, I mean maybe, but I.
Oh, wow.
Beethoven was
I
deaf.
thought it was 1 ear.
I'm just saying.
Is it both?
I
gotta look
I
it
don't
up.
know.
Let
That's
me
a
look
good
it up.
question. I'd have to look that up.
No, keep going.
We're
Keep
not
talking.
that smart.
Keep talking
dude.
We
about
don't look
ears.
things
I
up.
think Beethoven's ears.
I'll make shit up. He didn't even
Probably
have
didn't.
ears. Did you
I
know
mean, he's a
that? Beethoven
genius,
was
so
born
why
without
not?
fucking
Because a
ears.
genius had weird things.
Flat
Isn't that
spots.
Poe?
No,
Oh, he
it's
cut
that's
his
Van
ears
Gogh.
off.
He sent it to his chick.
Oh,
or
Van
something.
Gogh. That's right.
We're a music history. We're a music history
We
art
are.
podcast.
We are.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Shit.
Well, it's weird. It's weird, dude. So, like, having people that I have a normal relationship with, I'm not normal. We talk on and off in the chats and things like that. It for me, I think it's a little hard to like continue a conversation because on podcasts, like our podcast is not like really that raunchy anymore.
We grew up.
It used to be, but we've kind of veered away from that. Yeah, I know we've grown up a little bit.
Oh.
So like
Well,
when
what do
we
you
talk
mean it
about
was
things
raunchy?
on the what's that?
What do you mean it was raunchy?
When we first started, dude, we got into a lot of shit. Like,
Wow.
I mean,
Okay, hold
not
on,
in
let me
trouble,
answer.
but
So by the time he was 44 and 45, he was totally deaf.
Yeah.
see, I told you that.
You know
I told
what?
you. And when did Beethoven start his first thing of music come out?
He was 28.
1980.
28. He
Yeah.
had about 20 years, 17 years, 17
No,
years.
but what I'm
of-
saying, like, we used to be.
Man, he must have been playing that piano, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how to
For the years
explain
ago
it.
out. That sucks. Or that's great. Like he was rocking it.
I know.
Yeah, that amp turned up.
Well, didn't you see that Beethoven?
No, I think I just saw
Rockumentary?
that there was actually a documentary or a movie for him. I didn't even know that.
Oh shit! I saw it's got a Saint Bernard in it. And Charles
Yeah,
Grodin
well,
was there.
I saw that one. There were several of those.
Lars from Metallica showed
He
up.
was
Did
in the
it.
Beethoven dog movies. All right, back to the real talk.
can't
What were
even-
you guys saying? Oh, we weren't crazy.
Oh,
we were crazy.
So yeah, we talked. Yeah, but what I was trying to get at is we talk normally on a on and off regular basis. Is what I'm saying. So like carrying the conversation from like how we talk on the internet, because I mean I'll be honest, we trash talk a little bit when it comes to certain subjects, right? And then or personalities. Not that we're perfect, in any means, because our podcast is what it is. Yeah. But I just wanted to say, like, it's harder to carry the conversation over in the audio from what I'm experienced versus having just like one of our guests that we typically have on, which is like an actor or someone in crypto, where we can actually talk crypto stuff and things like that.
I mean, crypto's the only thing I don't know things about. We could talk about titties. We could talk about snowboards. We could talk about candy.
What's your favorite candy?
Talk about pussy. Like,
favorite
candy?
Yeah.
All time?
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Reese's Cups.
That's good. Frozen or not frozen?
Either.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care.
A little bit melted from the car a little bit. Or throw those away.
I'm gonna be honest. We got Easter coming up.
Oh, the Easter egg ones, the Reese's eggs ones.
Those fucking things.
Those are good.
Yeah,
Reese's eggs. Yeah. Does it make you feel like they're different in different seasons?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, fresher. I think they're actually making them with. There's like a difference, right? You get between the eggs and the fucking regular cups.
A
fluffiness to it.
We just started Reese's Cups in s'mores. Yeah. Like it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You like the Reese's Thins, and then you s'more up some, do your s'more thing, marshmallow, graham cracker. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I figured out one.
Yeah.
You ever so in the grocery store there's a Latin food section.
Yeah.
There are these. There are these. I'm trying to think of the brand. It's like Roya, I think, ROYA. Like they're real popular. There's got all kinds of different shit. But there's these little biscuits, like they're little chocolate fucking cookies. Like they're round, like a god damn it, kind of like a pie shape, but they're like chocolate fucking cookies. Mm-hmm. I make them with those.
Cream pies.
Yeah.
I go get those cookies and then I just mush a fucking marshmallow between them. So you got chocolate graham cracker biscuits with marshmallow between. It's easy.
That's pretty cool.
I cut out all the other bullshit because the problem is when you make a s'more, like all this lumpy shit, it never stays together and you end up making a mess. But this is just you melt a marshmallow between two flat fucking cookies, man.
Nice. Did you come up with that when you were partaking in your smoke sessions, or was it just straight up just like one day at noon you're like, oh, I'm putting a marshmallow inside these bitches?
That was having a kid and also being stoned and making them
so that's like
the
50%,
wrong way, with all this shit, making a huge mess.
You get that 50% right.
Sure, but it was definitely to blame. It was trial and error because we tried to do it and we made a big fucking mess. And then one day I was at the grocery store getting some shit, and I go, "Well, those are fucking round and they're chocolate already. Well, we could kill two birds with one stone. I'm just gonna melt and
it's like MacGyver of s'mores right there. I like it.
Like MacGyver of s'mores right there. I like it.
Fuck yeah, dude! S'mores Guyver.
Oh, I love this. This cooking advice podcast.
After going from
I'll do a podcast cooking show. I'll take this shit in my kitchen.
We just went from world events to solving s'mores. So I mean, we're going full circle.
World hunger.
I like that.
Well, up until a couple weeks ago when all the bombs started dropping, I would have said we could probably fix that by maybe buying one less bomb. I hear those things are really fucking expensive.
That's true. Well, apparently Russia.
Yeah, and we're just dropping them out of the sky now.
Apparently Russia bought some bad ones.
Yeah, I mean now we need.
Even Russia gets to take those back.
Well, according to you guys, with the duds that have dropped, they clearly bought theirs from the Family Dollar.
Did they take those back? Is it like Costco,
Walmart?
Costco take back the bullets.
Hello, welcome to Walmart. I'd like to take back these bombs. I don't have no goddamn receipt.
Let me scan your.
We can only give you a gift card.
That's fucking funny.
There's got to be a.
No cash. It's only gift card.
Well, their rubles are worth nothing now, apparently.
In Mother Russia, we do not do returns.
Their rubles, their
currency
is worth nothing now, apparently. I don't know what's going on with that.
Mother Russia does not have currency. We use Bitcoin.
Did you see like all the fucking? I don't know about where you guys are at, but apparently around here, some of these dumb rednecks are like throwing the vodka out of the fucking liquor stores.
Really?
And stuff.
That's sad.
No, stop being
That's
dumb.
sad.
Most of
Made
that
me
shit's
laugh.
brewed, like made here, bottled here. Like, come on.
You already bought it
Stupid.
too. Let's not forget that.
Unless they're literally
So,
raiding the stores and
pretty
throwing it
silly.
out.
Too late. Really.
I'm in tenant.
yeah, you
Yeah,
want
you
to?
think Smirnoff is fucking made here? Like, come on. Like, if it's pop off, maybe.
But it's not gonna
maybe
break. It's in a
Russian, but
plastic
I
bottle.
hide.
Not that I've
It's just gonna
never
melt.
bought Pop Off
Yeah. I
to
mean,
know that.
honestly, you want to do the right thing, make them into Molotovs, right? And send them to Ukraine.
There
you
Give
go.
them more ammunition.
I don't even know if regular vodka is that flammable, man. I think you got to get the higher proof stuff.
That
for
would be hilarious.
That's
They're throwing the
that's
Pop
that
Off and
Smirnoff
nothing's
100.
happening.
Hilarious.
Whoa!
Shit, I tried to
What?
light. It don't fuck. It don't work.
This is not good
Ugh.
vodka.
What is this?
Uh,
This potato
That's
water.
one way to test to see if your shit's
For
watered
real.
down.
Hilarious.
Made a tweet the other day. I thought it was funny. I said, I guess I'm gonna have to start drinking Freedom Mules now.
Because the Moscow
Hilarious.
mule, get it?
I'm glad one person got it. I'm sure everybody else looked at it too like I was retarded. Like, what is that? No, stupid.
Hilarious.
That's highbrow up there.
Those
That's like crazy white bitch drinks.
You have to have the fancy cup, or the whatever that is, right? That little that
yeah, the
copper
fucking
tin.
copper tin.
So I realized something recently reading an article about that.
Those aren't
Apparently,
necessary.
if you get a Moscow, no, this is good. This is good stuff. So Moscow Mule is a very acidic drink. It's got lime juice in it and ginger beer and vodka, right? You put it in the copper cup. Apparently, when you get your drink, you have like 30 to 40 minutes to drink it. Because once it gets to room temperature, the acidity in the fucking booze and the ginger beer and the lime juice can actually erode the fucking copper off the side of the goddamn cup. And you could actually be drinking copper. So,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
what's funny to me now is I look at it like Russian roulette. Like,
Hilarious.
it's a Moscow Mule, meaning you need to drink it in 45 minutes or less or you might fucking die.
Well, wow. That makes sense.
Probably wouldn't kill you,
So
though.
copper's not good for you?
Yeah, don't kids eat
Yeah, I eat
pennies and
pennies all the
stuff?
time.
They
I'm
don't
just
die.
bored.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, copper tone is like made like a huge
Oh,
profit
that's
margin,
that's
right? I
suntan
mean,
lotion, dude.
I don't think that's the same
Do you
thing.
eat it?
Otherwise, meth
Oh,
heads
you
would
eat
have
it?
been.
I bet you do eat it,
stealing
Mark.
it out of the fucking.
Mark looks like you eat suntan lotion. Mark looks like you eat suntan.
yeah, I do.
You're in the desert.
It's
dude.
part of
You
my
have
regimen,
to.
my
You're in the
diet.
desert, dude. You
That's
have to.
good. You old suntan lotion eating motherfucker.
I used to eat it when I was there.
I clearly
I
don't
used to
fucking
eat when
use
I was
it.
there.
Yeah,
You got it. It's the
you
only way-
have to. That, and then you go and steal copper.
down in AJ, Apache Junction, which is where all the copper lies.
Oh, that sounds like my
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, they're stealing all them
yeah.
wires and stuff.
AJ, they have a good amount of your past life trailers out there in the AJ
Yeah.
land.
There's so many just raggedy ass trailer parks that I drive by and I interact with on a day to day. I'm just like, man, like I grew up in it, so like I know what it looks like. I don't have to go in there.
Do
I've
you,
seen it.
Do you ever drive
is
by
just-
one and like, man, that's the one. That'd be the one I'd be in. Like looking back, like that would be mine right there.
Ooh,
You fantasize at the old ones?
in a good light, like oh, I
Fantasize
could
at the old ones? No, you're
No.
done with it.
not at all. It was gross and
Makes
sad.
sense.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big crazy trailer park. It was one of those ones that butted up to like the woods.
Oh.
So, yeah, gravel little patch road. Like, it wasn't like Trailer Park Boys where it's like a big ass community of trailers. It was like 20 weirdos, mostly like rapists and meth addicts and fucking retarded people. My
And
lamp,
every other Wednesday, you would get a knock on the door,
hang
and the
on.
guy'd be like, "I have to let you know that I'm legally obligated to tell you
Yeah.
that I'm."
That is he reading
That
like,
kinda shit.
like he's
Here's
looking
the
up at the
best. This is
sky
coming-
that I can't be in your neighborhood, but I just moved here. One of those.
Yeah, You guys are bringing this full circle because the landlord was actually this deaf lady.
Was she doing sign language?
Her name was Pat, and she was a bitch. She didn't really sign, like she talked, but like you could kind of read her lips. She yelled at us a lot because we used to just go break shit.
Was it like one of those
like
yelling, like
little
the
heathen ass
was it
trailer
like a
kids?
yelling you kind of thing, like
Yeah.
One of those?
Hang on, listen. I can do it.
Yes.
Just give me 1 second. I gotta channel her. So one time we were breaking some shit. It was me and one of the other kids, and she snuck up on us, kind of. Like, we didn't realize it was her. We just heard somebody coming, and we thought it was one of the other kids, and we looked over, and we're like, oh, shit. And she was walking up towards us with her hand out, pointing, and she was like, duh! I was like, oh, shit. You know, she was like, duh! You duh, man! I was like, okay. Sorry, something. She was like, I just had that. Fuck you.
Oh,
fuck you.
she
to
mastered
us.
that one.
We were like, fuck. So, I think she hated us.
A little bit.
So she was
bit.
deaf, obviously. Like, you would have to like stomp on her porch. Like, you would get up on her fucking thing, and you couldn't ring the doorbell because you couldn't fucking hear it. But you like stomp your foot on the ground, and then the dog would start barking and shit. And later on in life, she decided to start raising beagles.
Yeah.
Like the dogs. And at any given point, she had like 10 beagles that lived behind a trailer. And they would just bark at stuff all night. But she didn't give a fuck. She couldn't hear them. Like everybody else in the park hated them. I think somebody poisoned a couple of them. Like,
oh, man.
it's pretty sick. Like, it's a really good troll job if you're deaf. Like, to just get like 15 beagles and put them in your backyard next to the woods.
Do you think people who collect a whole bunch of animals, they just say that they're breeding them?
I mean, they probably let them fuck, and then they keep all the puppies. I think it's hoarding, actually.
I'm just wondering if that's like a
Probably
cop
better.
out that probably some people use. Like, oh, I'm not gonna.
Sure. I think my grandma
Your
did
grandma
that.
did that
I'm not gonna.
with beagles.
Yeah, like with
Oh,
chihuahuas. Not beagles,
Right.
chihuahuas. Those are trailer park dogs.
Chihuahuas. Yeah,
Yeah, just little fat little,
they're yappy.
fat
They're
little
yappy
dickhead
ones.
chihuahuas.
They're yappy ones.
They're mean as
Mhm.
shit too. Most of them. I don't think I've ever met a cool chihuahua.
Me
They're
neither.
always just
Me neither.
yappy little
No.
biter fucking shithead
Mhm.
dogs. They're the worst.
Yeah, they are.
My grandma stepped on one time. Almost killed it.
Wow.
Wild. She was a big lady. She was like 400
Hmm.
pounds. She stepped on it and like broke both of its legs and shit. It was a little bitty puppy. It wasn't funny at the time, you know.
But looking
like,
back, you
it's
can
funny
grin.
fucked up in my mind now.
You can grin.
Yeah, like she was just so fat, and like that poor dog had no chance. Like she fucking wasn't looking, and she was just like, and just fucking like
Oh.
she duct taped little popsicle sticks to its fucking legs and shit so that it would get its shit back together.
That's
That just made me laugh. Like, of course you stepped on it, you fat
How-
piece of shit.
how long-
you couldn't see
how
the
long
dog.
did that guy
If you
ride
weren't
it
so
out?
fat, you wouldn't have
with
stepped
the
on it.
popsicle sticks.
I think somebody ended up taking him.
Oh,
Like,
silver
some
lining.
family member or somebody took him.
He
Yeah,
might
he did.
live his
Hopefully,
best life
His popsicle stick is in a field somewhere,
with popsicle stick.
just jumping free in the fields.
Man,
All right.
fuck Chihuahuas.
Yeah, he got a job with Taco Bell one day.
No,
think
no,
that's
that's
what
Del
it is.
Taco. Del
Dude,
Taco.
that might be why trailer park people love it so much, because they used to think of the Taco Bell dog.
Yeah, yo quiero.
Look, he's my dog, just like on Taco Bell.
What's his
Yo
name?
quiero?
Yo quiero?
What's that one's name?
His
Yo
name is
quiero?
Yo Quiero Mexican.
I don't even have those anymore. Taco Bell, and they're changing menu.
Yeah, his name is Chalupa Supreme with no tomatoes.
The stuff they order on the menu. Hilarious. All right, this is the time we're going to jump into our
Gonna tell you something
we're
funny.
going to jump into
about
our
that.
fantastic questions of the evening and start to wind it down. Are you ready? Is your bow tie on?
Yeah, Betty. I'm ready to rock
I
and
know
roll.
you always are. All right, we're all married, gentlemen.
All right.
Would you ever sign a prenup?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Answer that pretty quickly.
I don't even think
know.
you finished, Scott. He said-
So yes to that one. Yeah,
Well,
why? Why
though?
would
Why,
you?
like,
I mean, obviously,
just
I think we
because,
all,
or
in
you
a
think-
sense,
Why would
probably would. All right, yeah. Get ready for for the why.
Because
It makes sense.
women, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Nice.
Suck on that,
You know, I gotta-
nerd. Bitches.
We got to put the little squiggly music signs after you said that on our subtitles.
I don't know, dude. Like, if you had a lot of money beforehand, probably, but I didn't. Like, the reason I have credit is because of my wife, so I'm literally just talking out of my ass right now.
So she signed it for. So she
I'll
signed
sign
it
all
for
the
you,
goddamn
then.
paperwork. She
So
would have
made you
laughed.
sign one.
No, I would have said, "Hey, I need you to sign this piece of paper," and she'd be like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's a I can't read it." And she'd have been like, "A prenup?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she would have laughed in my face and fucking thumped me in the dickhead and walked out of the room.
That would have been hilarious.
So you ain't got
Like,
anything.
yeah, I'm not giving you
This
shit.
is my
after
trailer.
this.
You
Yeah.
don't get it.
You don't have anything.
This
anyway,
is my trailer.
loser.
You don't get it. You paid money to get a prenup drawn. That's
That was your life savings.
That's awesome.
Oh, shit.
All right. What conspiracy theory do you want to be real? Or that you think is real?
Ooh.
Or that you know is real?
This one's so stupid, and I come back to it all the time, and people go, "You can't be
No,
serious."
trust me. I think you are serious, and I believe you.
I think they kidnapped. Listen, I think they kidnapped like half of the kids from Sandy Hook and just sold them to like
Whoa.
sex senators that like fucking butt fucked them and ate their adrenochromes or whatever the fuck it is. Blam.
Wow.
Wow.
You're coming full circle to my day today because I was listening to Alex Jones today. And yeah, I mean, I was listening to him on Joe Rogan.
Give it more
Yeah, so
context.
it's context.
The globalist.
Yeah.
Globalist.
And yeah, wow. I mean, obviously he got in trouble for that being wrong, but that's a whole other avenue of possibility.
What? Hey, I didn't say I think that's
That's
what
just you
happened.
thinking that's
I said
possible.
You asked me which one do I want to be
So
real.
you
or
want
what?
that one to be real? That's
I think that back in, I'd rather that than some whack dude fucking walked in and killed 27 kids in a fucking classroom. Like that to me would make more sense. You know, just oh yeah, he shot a couple kids and they took like the other 20 and just sold them to all them fucking weird senators that like to fuck kids.
wow.
I think it's more than
I
what
agree.
they let on.
Wow. I think there's always more. There's from what we've seen and what we.
It's not hard to steal kids. That's what they tell me. They're like, you got to watch your kids because they'll snatch them up in the bathroom and shave their heads and stuff them in a suitcase. And I'm just kind of like, well, maybe if he killed like 3 or 4 of them kids and they're like, all right, guys, we got to get out of here and just stuffed them in a bus. And they were just like, yeah, it sucks. Your kids got hamburger meated up. Like, I don't think they got to see the bodies. I don't even know if they were in them caskets, dog. What if they just stole all them kids and took them to Epstein's Island or some shit? I don't fucking know. It'd be crazy if they
Wow.
did, but I
That
wouldn't.
doesn't seem.
If
that
you
doesn't
told me
seem
that, I'd
far-fetched.
go.
It doesn't. It doesn't. All right. Well, that's
Not from
yeah,
reality
no, from what
today.
we know now. That's,
Yeah, if you'd asked me 15 years
I
ago,
would have said you're probably
Yeah.
wrong. No, you're crazy. That's a mass shooter. That's what happens. But as we keep,
yeah.
And now that things have come to life, you're like,
I don't
yeah,
see
that's
that
possible.
not being.
I think my problem with it, like this is legit. That kid was a fucking psycho. That's fine. But like even in a psycho's mind, to be able to walk into a classroom, I understand shooting adults. If he'd have killed every teacher in that fucking building, it wouldn't have surprised me more than walking into like a room full of children and just going fucking full Rambo in a fucking doorway and just like in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that person exists. I believe there's people that do all kinds of other things, like fuck kids and smash people's heads with hammer. Like there's fucked up people in this world, but in the depths of my fucked upness, I can't get to walking into a room full of children and just opening up on them. Like that's fucking crazy to me.
That is a whole other level of
It's
crazy.
unheard of. Yeah,
That is.
he was paid. Or
Or,
something, like it,
I mean,
like I said,
to
there's
piggyback off
more than what we
Piggybacking
were
off
led
of
to
what you're
believe.
saying, it could be a situation where he was like brainwashed or something into doing that for them, for that group, to then do that and then get the kids. and then he gets the blame for it.
Now, before anybody gets crazy and starts going down the wormhole on the fucking globalists and the gay frogs, I had a buddy who poked a pretty big hole in this because he asked me legitimately this, and I went through this whole about the fucking Sandy Hook thing, and I went through the whole deal, and he just sat there for a second, and he goes, "Do you think there's like a task force of like kid snatching, fucking like a SWAT team that just is on standby?"
Oh yeah.
And they just call them up and they go, "We need you to be in Sandy Hook, Connecticut. We got a live one." And then they just fucking show up in a bus and take all the kids. And I go, "Yeah, it would be a little far-fetched, I guess." Like just Men in Black, they show up in a fucking van.
That doesn't seem far-fetched.
So was that conversation before Epstein or after?
It was before.
I'm thinking of this.
It was before.
I don't know Sandy Hook area or like Connecticut, right? But Connecticut, for me, what I think of is people have money for the most part in Connecticut, right? Who's to say somebody in that classroom,
man country, dude.
Somebody in that classroom was connected to something that had to pay or had some kind of thing, and then it was just a casualty for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just my lack of understanding of that kind of psychopathy, but also my understanding that rich people are fucking weird, and sometimes they do like really creepy shit.
Yeah.
Heinous crime.
Yep. There are monsters in this world. That is true. That is a fact.
Now let's bring it to rainbows.
Bring it back to
level.
Let's see. Sorry. Let's see. Ooh, what gives you butterflies in your stomach?
There we go.
What gives me butterflies?
Yeah, what do you think of?
Watch him say Sandy
don't bring
Hook.
it back to where we just were.
Alex Jones talking about Sandy Hook. Aliens and Bigfoot. What gives me butterflies?
So what gets you nervous, right? I guess that's what butterflies is, right?
Well, you know, you can be excited. You can be.
That's what I just said. I said nervous.
I mean, butterflies can be multiple things.
I still get nervous when I do these shows, like especially when I get to go on other people's shows, like this tonight. I get a little nervous before I start getting manic, and I walk in.
You were totally nervous today.
Yeah. I had a couple before I got here, guys. Sorry.
You were good.
Anytime that I'm doing something that I enjoy, which is this, I tend to get a little nervous because I don't know. I want you guys to enjoy what I do and understand that usually I'm just playing around. Maybe not, or maybe.
Nice.
But yeah, I like talking shit. That's what you guys were saying earlier. You like to talk shit on other people and stuff. I love talking shit. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Yeah, we same thing. I get the same thing as far as nervous, right? Like the butterflies right before the show. You know, you want to have a good show and you want to keep it engaging and all that. I get that for sure.
You want me to make it funny? The Adele 21 album, that was cool. I remember Rolling in the Deep was on there, and then the guitar starts playing.
And that gives you butterflies.
I was like, oh, this fat chick's fit to start singing about heartbreak. And then I drive my car, and I'm like, oh.
And that gives you butterflies? Yeah,
dude.
I mean, who doesn't? Makes sense.
Strike.
I mean, Adele, she just does that to everybody.
Butterflies.
Right?
Yeah, that was Chunky Adele when everybody found out who she was.
Chunky Adele.
Well, Jody, like Scott said before the questions, this is the part where we wind things down. I greatly appreciate that you came on our show and you're paying the favor back. Let us know where we can find you, where all of our listeners can find you on the socials, and then from there we're just about done.
Sure. Google search Po Boys Podcast. You can hang on. Shit. Google search Po Boys Podcast. Go to www.bibleday.com. Use promo code POBOYS. You receive 10% off your bidet purchases. Also, if you'd like to let me hold $1, #, POBOYS501.
Nice.
Get my plugs in.
Oh, yeah. That's what you asked.
Give me money.
That's the point.
Everybody give me money.
Money.
So I can buy more fucking
And on that
Bitcoin.
note,
Keeps the dream alive.
yeah. And on that note, Amigos out.
This has been the Amigos PC. Make sure to like, subscribe, and review us on all your podcasting platforms. And visit us at AmigosPC.net. Get our entire library of content and Amigos merch. Till next time, adios.